So if you don't know, The Sims 3 comes with a couple of pre-made builds that you can add into your worlds, but I'm gonna tell y'all, these builds are not that good. So if you're in edit town mode, all you have to do is just go over here to where it says show empty houses, and then if you scroll all the way to the end, you'll see a lot of EA builds. A lot of these builds are livable, but they're not really that good. And I was streaming on Twitch last night, and one of my viewers' wife was like, CJ, have you ever thought about fixing some of the pre-made EA builds because a lot of them are bad? And I was like, yeah, I know. I actually have fixed a couple of these in the past. One of them that comes to mind is this house right here, the Ginger. This is a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom. I've actually fixed this house up maybe like 2-3 years ago on YouTube. If you want to see the video, I'll leave a link down below. If you don't know, I have a playlist of me fixing bad EA builds, and I'm pretty sure all of the ones I fixed are in that playlist. So if you want to just see like a bunch of these videos, I'll leave the playlist link down below. So after stream last night, I was kind of just looking through the bin looking for houses to furnish, and I found this one right here, the Cabin Fever. It's a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, and it is technically a starter home, but I saw this house and I have a lot of opinions about it because I don't think it's a horrible house. Like, EA has definitely built a lot worse. It's literally just a square, but like the inside is so ugh. Like, I don't think it's bad, but I think there's just a lot of design choices. Like, for example, we have the kitchen. The kitchen is just, I don't know, it's just too much. Because, like, for one, we have this little entryway, and then we also have, like, an extra countertop here for some reason with no bar stool. So, like, what was the point? Like, I don't really get it. I don't really get having a big kitchen in a house this small. Also, over here, there's, like, nothing in the corner, y'all. I get this is probably, like, a starter home, but, like, there's not much here. Like, there's no TV, there's no desk. It's literally just a couple chairs and a bookshelf. That's pretty much it. And then over here we have the bedroom. I mean, the bedroom is fine. There's also, I don't understand why there's a torch light, and then there's also like this lamp. Like, why do we need two? I don't know. And then like over here we have this bathroom which literally just screams Christmas. Like, honestly, the whole entire house screams Christmas. I don't know. It's kind of giving like old-fashioned, old-timey kind of Christmas vibes. I don't know. There's a lot going on here. And then one thing too that kind of annoys me is the fact that you have to enter this house from the side. So like when you come up the driveway, the stairs are this way. And I'm like, why? And I feel like a house like this would just be better if the stairs were just in front of it, you know? So yeah, I really want to fix this house, y'all. Now, like I said earlier, this is a starter home technically, but I don't think my renovation is going to be starter home budget. Like, I kind of just want to make this look good. I don't really like the color scheme that much, but I think we can kind of take some inspiration from it. So we'll probably use some greens, maybe some of the red heartwood floors. Not too sure about the golden accents. Maybe that could just be brown. I don't know. But I do kind of like some of the ideas here. So my goal today is just to fix up the house, make it look better, you know? So why don't we go ahead and get into it? I think the first thing I want to do, honestly, y'all, is get rid of this driveway. We can use terrain paint and it will be free. We could probably have the parking space be on this side of the house, or honestly on this side, but I think I want it to be close to the door. So we'll have the parking space be there. I'm going to also get rid of some of these stairs, and then we're going to get rid of a little bit of the porch area. And then we're going to go ahead and just get some different stairs right here. I think it would be better if it looks something kind of like this, because a house this small, you don't really need, in my opinion, like a big porch space. I was also thinking about, instead of having siding, we have some wood on the outside. If we go to the paneling category, we actually have some wood paneling that we could use. We could use some of this and kind of have it be in a similar color scheme. We also have these wood logs, which would probably be better in my opinion. So I think I want to use a couple of these. This looks more like wood-like and more cabin-like to me. And then what I'm going to do real quick is I think I want to recolor it. So instead of it being like this super red-ish wood color, we can kind of go in and play with the color wheel a little bit. Maybe a color like this, y'all, because it's still kind of brown, but it also has a red undertone. So now we'll just go ahead and get a couple of these corner pieces, and then we'll just place these here. And then I'll go ahead and just get the color wheel, and we'll just kind of bring this over so it can all kind of match, you know? Okay, we also have this wood in the middle. I think everything could just kind of be the same. Or what I might do, instead of it being this, we could add some stone or something. Okay, y'all, so this is kind of what I have so far. So instead of having like a pathway, I kind of just have like a dirt path. I may get rid of this for some actual stone or something. I'm still trying to like make up my mind, but we have this so far. I did a little bit of landscaping. I put a couple of trees out here, and I also really like the stones. I went ahead and painted the foundation to match with it because I think that stone is really nice with the outside. The only things I really want to do next is change the door maybe just the door color, honestly, but I really want to change these windows. I was thinking of those back to the basic windows from the base game. These are a little bit bigger, and I think these might be better. If I don't use these, I can always use the ones with the little flowers underneath it. I'm not too sure yet, but I think I want to use these for at least now, and then maybe I'll change my mind later. This is the one I was talking about with the little planter box. So you know what? Maybe I'll use this one in the kitchen. So let's just put this here, and then we'll get rid of this one. I could have two, honestly. I could have one be here and maybe one here. But yeah, for the outside, I want to use these windows. And then I'm going to go in and change the color. We probably won't have a yellow window. I don't really think so. Maybe like a light brown could be nice. So I'm going to move on to the inside. And I want to make sure I can get some bitey bug lights so I can actually see what's going on in here. Now, here's the thing, y'all. We have carpet, which is nice. But do you think we could just use hardwood floor instead of carpet? Because I do have this free one from base game. I was thinking that I could use this, but just recolor it. Or we could leave it this color. I'm not too sure yet. Maybe I'll just change the color of it to see what it would look like if it had a more reddish tint to it. Like I said earlier, I kind of want to play into some of the original designs because this house looks so unique, I should say, that I think it'd be kind of interesting if we kind of just play around with what we kind of have. I guess we could go for a color like this where it's brown, but it has that red tint, kind of like the outside of the house. And then I guess for the wallpaper, do you think I could use this one? Or like one of these where we have like paneling? No, I don't want to do that. I think we'll end up using one of the ones that I kind of always use, like one of these, but we'll like, you know, kind of have it like a greenish color, you know. I'll get this one right here, and then I'm going to go in for a second and just get a color like this and place it here. And then this way I could go ahead and recolor some of the other parts. Maybe we'll go for like a reddish brown. All right, y'all. So I played around with the color wheel a little bit. It's a similar color to how it was at first, especially this little green section in the middle, but it is different enough. Why don't we go ahead and try to figure out the door? Because I did forget about the door for a second. I would have loved to use a door with a window or like a screen door, but in the base game, I don't really think we have much like that. And I don't really think we have one that kind of fits in with the cabin vibe, really. So we may just have to stick with this door, and I could just recolor it some. Wait, we do have this one. This one is a bit bigger, and I don't know if we really need a big, ginormous door like this. So yeah, we may just use this door, and I'll just recolor it some. Okay, I'm just going to make the door this color right here, because it kind of matches with the inside, you know? I want to go to the living room next, but I kind of want to go to the kitchen also, because there's a lot going on here. Okay, so I think the first thing we'll do is we'll try to downsize the kitchen some. A lot of this stuff I'm just going to move outside for now. I think it will be for the best if we move some of the appliances back here on this wall. We'll get a couple countertops here. The stove can go there, and then maybe we'll have like one more here. And then I think what I might want to do is we'll get a couple of these bar stools and we'll put them, I don't know where to put these at actually, because they could go here, you know, or it could go here, like by this wall, because I could always move the door down, right? And then what I could do is we'll just like make some of this tile a little bit smaller. Or if anything, y'all, we just kind of start here, but we put one there and then we put like another one beside it like that. Because like the kitchen doesn't really need to be that big. This is kind of like a small house anyway. So like this could really work. And we could put the sink there. You can use this countertop to cook. I don't know if Sims will use these to cook or not. I don't remember. And then knowing me, we can just kind of like angle this off some. And then I can go in, we'll get some different tile. I mean, honestly, this tile works, but maybe we could just get it in a different color. It doesn't have to be green and red. Again, this house is kind of giving Christmas colors, honestly. But it doesn't really have to be that. Or we could go for something like this to kind of bring in some original color. I do know, however, that I am going to change these countertops, though. The color could be better. I'm going to go to the rock and stone category. And I'm going to find one that I like. Maybe some marble like this. We'll make the countertops like a reddish color like this. And we'll bring this over here on the other ones. And then for the appliances, it's just going to have to be white. You know, all white appliances would be better. Actually, can I get rid of the sink? We can just use a different one. That's not that one. We will just use this one right here. That'd be better. That's better. Yeah, like I said, your Sims can cook on this corner piece. So this should work. I do want to get some cabinets before I forget. So we'll get a couple of these. I was thinking that we could have a desk be in the corner over here so you can have an office workspace. So I'm going to get a computer desk. We can get a nicer computer. And then I'm also going to get a office chair. I guess this one, or I want to get a light, but I don't think I'm going to get a desk light. I want to get a sconce. I want to get the one that looks craftsman style. This one. I want to get one of these. And I want to place this like here. And then I want to recolor the desk as well. And then I guess for the chair, maybe we can kind of go for green just to bring in some more green color in here, you know? All right, and I think this corner can be done for now. I don't really want to add too much. So why don't we go ahead and tackle this section? So like I was saying earlier, I think it's kind of interesting how this house does not have a TV. Like maybe it's supposed to be like a vacation kind of cabin where they don't really have TVs or whatever, but I think we could definitely use one. So I'm going to get rid of the couch and the chair, and I'm going to use a nice TV. Okay, y'all know I always use this one. We're going to most likely get rid of this coffee table as well, and probably this end table also. I don't think we're going to use that. I want to use the rustic style. We could always use this couch too. You think we can do a combination? So like we'll have a couch like this, and then let's see, let's move some stuff around. I gotta figure out where things are gonna go. The TV could probably go in the corner like that, you know? Maybe this chair can come out a little bit more. But see, here's the problem. If a couch is too far from a TV, Sims won't sit down and watch, they'll stand up in front of it. You think I should put the TV in this corner then? And have like this couch be right here? Honestly, we might not can do that. We might have to just do two of these, I think. Because we could do something kind of like this, right? Well, we have this chairs here. We have one over here. And then we could have like a coffee table in the middle with a rug, you know? So we'll get a nice size rug, maybe this one. And then for the coffee table, I guess we'll use this one. Why not? And then for the lamp, we can always bring this lamp back. I don't know if I want to use this one, honestly. Honestly, let's get a different lamp. I don't want to use that one. Because there's one that fits more with the vibe. We have this one right here. This one fits a little bit more with the vibe, you know? Sometimes what I like to do is I'll get like an extra chair and put it in the corner. So there is like a recliner that matches with this set. Yeah, we have this one here. I could just get this and like squeeze it in a corner somewhere. And you know, since this is a cabin, y'all, I think I have to go for the plaid design. I do think I need to do that. Now, the original house had blue chairs. I don't know if I want to make these blue. We could. We can make them blue, I guess. We can have two that match and then one that's like a little different. I guess for the lamp color, we can make it a little darker. And then for the TV, I do want to recolor this also. I'm going to move this phone back over here. And we have this little lamp, but we're not going to use that, y'all. We'll get another one of these sconces and we'll like put it, I guess, here. I may go back and add like a little rug right here by the front door. Let's do that real quick. Oh my gosh, y'all. I literally almost forgot about the bookshelf. Can we just like place that back here? Maybe we can move this painting over some. We can have the bookshelf be there. I honestly forgot about this bookshelf, but it's okay. It's there. All right, why don't we go ahead and move on to the bedrooms, because we got a lot going on here, y'all. We could probably use this bed again. You know, I don't really want to, but we can. We'll try to use it again. Let's start with the floor. We could bring some more hardwood floor in, or we could just recolor the carpet. Maybe instead of it being like this red color, we can kind of go for, I don't know, something different. I guess we'll go for like a beige or a brown, kind of like this for now. When it comes to the bed itself, we gotta change everything, y'all. We could keep the plaid design going, so I'm just gonna recolor this a little bit. I'm not sure what color I should bring it. Maybe it could be like a combination of all the colors in the house. We'll do like red, and then green, and then yellow, just to kind of have a throwback to the original bed sheet, you know? When it comes to the nightstand, we're not gonna use this one. We could just use this one because it kind of matches, you know? And then we'll use this dresser, but not with this torch on it. I don't know what was going on with that. I don't know what they were thinking of with that one. All right, I'm just going to go in and recolor these so they can match a little bit more with the bed. And then for the wallpaper, we'll do something similar like we done in the living room. Well, we just kind of use this and then we use some of the same color, you know? I'm changing the color of the carpet to more of a brown swatch, you know? Because I feel like it just blends in more with the furniture and stuff. And then what we can do, we'll go in and get like a couple plants to put down. We could always get a lamp or something. Maybe we'll just use this one. Oh, I can also get like a little standing mirror. Maybe if I just put one like here. And then maybe like a chair, which honestly, I don't even think we need one. We could get one just to fill in some space. Or we could just use one of these. Or no. Let's use like one of the rustic ones. Let's use this one right here. All right, and to finish off the room, I'm just gonna get a rug and I wanna put it over the carpet. Kind of like so. Okay. I think the bedroom can also be done as well. All right, why don't we move on to the bathroom? Because there's a lot going on in here, y'all. I was honestly thinking about having a green tile for the bathroom, seeing as how in the kitchen, you know, it was green and red. So maybe like we have a reddish color over here, a green color over here, you know? And then for the wallpaper, I am going to get a different one altogether. I'm going to go in and most likely use one of these, or I could use one of these wallpapers. Or honestly, maybe this wallpaper would be better. Because like for this one, we could have the green be at the bottom of it. And I guess like the top could be like a white-ish color. So let's just see how this would look. Yeah, because we can make this stuff down here green. so it can all kind of match. And then maybe like the top could be a little bit lighter. I don't know. I kind of just like that more, I think. So instead of using a shower, I want to use a tub in here. I guess we'll use this one. I'm going to get rid of that pedestal sink because I want to use a couple of these. We could move the toilet here and just have like a couple of countertops in here. We'll get rid of that mirror and then we can use a longer one to kind of fill in more space. So I want to use, I guess, this one from base game. We'll get a couple of bathroom sinks in here as well. And then maybe in the middle, we could put like plants or something on it. All right, we'll get a rug down here as well. We'll also get a plant to go, I guess, in the middle right here. I guess we could get like a painting or something to go over here. I'm looking for something kind of small. I would use this one, but I've already used it in this room. So maybe there's like, oh, we could use one of these. Maybe I'll get like 2 of them. I feel like these towels can probably go like here. All right, y'all, I'm going outside really quick because I want to get some of this stone and I'm going to just place it on top of the dirt. This will make it look older, you know, like it's been here for a while. All right, y'all, well, I think on that note, that's pretty much everything for the entire build. Before we go inside though, this is what the outside looks like. I did change the wallpaper, but I kind of had it be a similar color scheme. We have a nice stone accent out here. We have some more landscaping as well. There is like a little stone pathway right here to the house. I even added like a little fence out here. I didn't like circle the whole thing in, but there is like a little fence part. Once we open up the house, I kind of tried to keep the color scheme similar to how it was at first. So we kind of still have the green, the reds, not a lot of yellow, but there are some touches here and there, you know? When you first come in though, we have a little computer desk. We also have a little kitchen area right here. Going over this way, we have our living room with a lot of places to sit. Going over here, we have our bedroom with a little chair in the corner. We still have our dresser. I gave you a standing mirror in here. And then if you go over this way, we have an ensuite bathroom. So for the bathroom, I got rid of the pedestal sink that was in here. I added some more counter space. And then we swapped out the shower for a tub. We kept the same toilet as well. And then I added some more, like, you know, decorations and stuff. But on that note, that's pretty much everything for the entire house, y'all. This house is not a starter home. It's saying right here that it's 30,000 simoleons furnished and 15,000 unfurnished, so it's a little bit pricey, but I honestly like the way it turned out. I think it looks a lot better this way, so hopefully you'll like it too. But anyway, y'all, that is all that I have for this video. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to leave a like, comment something down below, follow me over on Twitch where I stream a lot more The Sims, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, thanks for watching.